So I wanted to do this video just kind of explain my current situation, and kind of do a little bit of a rant of the week because I haven't done that in a little while, at least a couple weeks. So this Tuesday I am filing for bankruptcy, and ultimately, I guess first off, I only have a few Transformers left. Primarily being like Hooligan and some of that stuff left over from the Craigslist haul. I did sell all of them. The good news about this is that I sold them to my little brother. And he is... It's kind of on a temporary basis. I'll be able to buy them back from him in a little while, once I get the money back up. I really need the money to start filing for the bankruptcy and such, but apparently that's a very expensive thing to do. Anyway, so the good news is that he now owns all my Transformers, but he doesn't have a place to put them, so they're all staying with me. And again, I'm going to be buying them back. So, more or less, I keep them collateral type thing. So, that won't affect my collection, really, except for who technically owns them. So, yeah, there's that. The reason behind it is, as some of you might know, last year I had some medical expenses that I wasn't quite anticipating. Basically, I went to the hospital and I was under the impression my health insurance that I've been paying for years was going to do really well, but ultimately they paid about $100 of the $30,000 bill. I was able to work it down to $7,000, so it wasn't as bad as it seems, but, it's a $7,000 medical bill. And then there's, I have a car, still owe $16,000 on that. Also, about June of last year, I had to move very last minute, so I maxed out my credit cards on that. And I've been just kind of juggling paying for them, for a while now. And so there's about $10,000 in credit card bills. And still it's not that bad. Like I said before, I moved out of the apartment. I'm now, I got a new place. It needs a lot of work. I'd show you the mess over there, but it's pretty bad. But I get a really cheap rent for that. Anyway. But ultimately, the biggest problem was I co-signed for my little sister for a car a couple of years ago. And up until recently, she's been making payments on the car. And I got her an extended warranty and all this stuff so that if something happened to the car, she'd be fine. Well, in the course of 3 years, she put 100,000 miles on her car, which now voids out the warranty. And then the brain of the car died, and a lot of electrical systems fried out, and now she's just refusing to pay it. And she even went out and got a new car. I don't know how one could go get a new car when you're so far behind on your car payments of your previous car. But because I co-signed, they're coming after me for the balance due, which is about $16,000. And there's no way I can do that. Even if I cut out, purchasing Transformers, pretty much cut out, food expenses and stuff like that. I still I can't afford, another $500 car payment a month. It's just, and for a car that doesn't run, I can't even, I can't get myself to be like, oh, I need to get this taken care of and stay on top of this and get like a part-time job to pay my little sister's car bill. So bankruptcy seems like the only option at this point. So there's that. You know, biggest thing is technically I only own a few Transformers left. What this means for the videos, not much. You know, I still have some figures from the Craigslist haul that I'll be reviewing. The Seekers are still coming in. They're his, but I still can review them for you guys. No issues there. I still have a bunch of re-reviews to do. I've already paid for a few other pre-orders, like the Microblaze Creations Onslaught and a couple other things and such. So it won't change too much. The only hiccup that might come, and I'm telling you guys this now just because I don't want you guys to be alarmed, is that if I run out of figures and I'm still doing the bankruptcy thing, it's just irresponsible for me to buy new figures. My brother might be purchasing some figures that he wants to see added to the collection at some point. So we'll see where that goes. But ultimately, if I run out of figures and he doesn't have anything, there might either be a decline in my reviews, or I might have to, or maybe I'll just start reviewing other things. Like, you know, I have a couple $1,000s worth of movies sitting around. Maybe I'll just do some movie reviews for a little while. I still haven't reviewed Transformers Prime TV show. I did the movie, but not the actual show. So, you know, I could do that too. So, so yeah, that's a little update on what's going on. Rant of the week is just do not trust anybody, because of all the people in this world, I thought I could trust my sister to pay for her fucking car, and she's not, and now it's all coming to me, and this is absolutely ridiculous that I have to be doing this because of her. I just worked out a monthly budget for the next 3 years that would have allowed me to continue to collect the Transformers and spend quite a bit more money than I normally was on the collection, so that I would have more, but also be completely out of debt in 3 years. I just worked out, all this stuff, and then this happens, and it's like she just completely screwed me over. And she's family. I cannot believe. I just can't believe that she'd do this to me, and it's really, really bad situation. But hopefully, with the money I made from selling the figures to my brother, and finally trying to file for bankruptcy, I'm actually getting pretty close to being able to actually say I have officially filed for bankruptcy. But yeah, it just sucks. I'm very disappointed. She's yet to even apologize to me for it. So, you know what they say. Never go into business with family. But she was down on her luck at the time, so I figure, well, I'll help her out. So, and now it all lands on me. So, anyway, so yeah, like I said, that's what's going on. That's my rant of the week. It's just, it sucks. People suck. This is just, hopefully, like I said, hopefully it all goes through. If it does, the guy I've been working with, the attorney, has been saying, my credit card, my medical debt will just be gone. my name will be taken off of my sister's car, so she's will be 100% responsible for the car. So I won't have to worry about that. And then they will take my car title, and then I pay them for the car over the course of 5 years. But my bills will go down to like $170 a month, or something, or $170 a paycheck, something like that. Which would be really, really nice, because then I'll have a lot more money to spend on this hobby, and to save and get kind of back on my feet. I mean, I know the hobby's not the most important thing in the world, but it kind of is to me, because I was raised on Transformers. You guys know me. I absolutely love them. If I always felt that if a person cannot enjoy something outside of work and stuff like that, everyone needs to have some sort of release, and Transformers is my release. It's my hobby. I absolutely love it, and to give that up entirely because of this, I would just be I would be devastated. I don't know what I'd do. So anyway, but yeah, hopefully if this all works out the way the attorney says it should, and hopefully it'll work out within the next. He said it could happen. Once I actually do the paperwork, I had a few steps I had to take care of beforehand. But once I do the paperwork, it could be completed within either 48 hours to a month. So if it's 48 hours, then we're going to be seeing all sorts of awesome Transformers coming in real quick here. But if it takes a little bit longer, then that's where I'm going to be doing re-reviews and Craigslist haul and kind of laying low from the buying game for just a little bit, just because, like I said, it's not a very it just wouldn't be very wise for them to be looking through my budget and be like, hey, what's all these purchases from TF Source and Big Bad Toy Store? Why are you spending this money on this when you could be spending it on these bills? And, you know what I mean? So, like I said, hopefully it all works out. I'm actually kind of excited. I know I kind of sound like a little upset, but I also just worked a 13-hour shift, so I'm a little tired. But I just wanted to fill everybody in on what's going on. So yeah, hopefully this doesn't affect the videos. Ideally it won't. Like I said, my brother might be purchasing some new figures. I know he said he's since now he technically owns them, like Metroplex, he's been eyeing the Unique Toys Metroplex head for a long time, so he's probably going to be purchasing that soon. And he's let me take it to my house, review it, put it on, and then hold on to the figure until he can either find a new place to put them or until I buy them back. He doesn't really care either way. But he didn't want me to have to. Mostly, he didn't want me to have to sell them on like eBay and just lose the entire collection and then have to start from scratch. So it's very awesome that my brother is helping me out with this. It's been a very huge weight lifted off my shoulders, knowing that he didn't give me as much as I could have gotten online. I mean I know how to sell these things, but at the same time, he's my family, and I do trust him, and it's not like he's taking them and just selling them or breaking them or something. So anyway, so I should be getting the rest of the iGear Seekers either today or tomorrow, is what the shipping notice said. So as soon as I get them, I guess I'm going to be doing Skywarp first, because everybody wants to do Skywarp. After that, probably do Thundercracker and then the Coneheads. So again, if you guys want to see any one of them first, let me know. I am planning on, just because it might take a little while to do, do a separate video at the after Seeker week of all my Decepticon collection together as it would be now. So yeah. I guess question of the day is, what was the worst screw job that you guys have ever had happen to you? Mine is now my little sister screwing me out of $16,000 essentially and making me file for bankruptcy. What's your guys' story? Come on. I can't be the only one that's been going through all this crap. I'm gonna kill her. Not kidding. I'm not on talking terms with her right now, and I'm very, very mad